5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time to count down reality TV's most talked about moments with Amanda Bella. Hey everyone, welcome back to Bella Talks TV. It's Amanda Bella here, and we're going to jump right into it today. I have been dying to get on here and record an episode to talk to you guys about the Vanderpump Villa Season 2 that came out on Hulu over the weekend. I think on Friday it premiered. Pretty sure by Saturday I had finished it. And that's just like what I live for. Like, I remember when The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives came out, I was actually in Detroit. It was my niece's first birthday, and I was going to the home opening game for the Detroit Lions. Somehow I still watched all of the episodes. I remember being in the hotel room in Detroit, being in the car, like in between doing things, like getting ready for the parties, doing stuff, getting ready in the hotel, like having the show on, like basically in the shower watching it, like on the plane home. Like, it was crazy. So I was not as obsessed with season 1 as I was with season 2. They made a lot of positive changes, and I'm a little out of it because, you guys, I already recorded this episode once earlier, like at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I've recorded this entire episode already, and I didn't have my mic on, and that has happened to other people. Like, I've heard other podcasters be like, "Oh my God, I didn't press record," or "Oh, this or that, or my audio was messed up," and I'm always like, "Oh, you idiot!" Like, couldn't be me. And the problem is that I was speaking into my mic, and it wasn't on. So I think that the little bubble that's showing it, like when you're speaking, it like turns purple around the program to show me. And it was purple the whole time. So I was thinking it was recording, but because my mic wasn't on, I think I was too far away from the speaker in my laptop. So yeah, it was an hour and 1 minute of silence. Couldn't even pull a transcript to just do like an AI episode. So yeah, I'm back to talk about season 2 of Vanderpump Villa and just give some general thoughts. And, you know, I'm busy tomorrow. Not that I'm like gun to my head, have to do this now, but I do have like a busy rest of my week. So I'm like, if I don't do this today, then I'm not going to be able to do my top 5 countdown. And then, which I'm planning to do like Thursday morning. And then I know once my husband gets back, he's going to, we're going to be busy. So yeah, let's get right back into it this week. So a couple new updates too. I have officially made the soundboard, and let's just do a quick detour here, because if you guys are day one listeners, someone who's been here for a few weeks, you've probably heard me talk about introducing the soundboard and how I've been wanting to do this, but this takes a lot of effort. My goal is to be a little bit like female Danny Pellegrino, where he has these like hilarious little sound bits that are now part of his show that like you look forward to it. And even if what he said wasn't that funny, the sound alone just makes you laugh. So I'm trying to elicit the same type of vibes. Also, if you're here watching me on my YouTube, I'm also going to be including some graphics, photos of things that I'm speaking about. I had to do actual warfare on the AI robot chat for the Riverside podcast reporting, because I had to figure out why my media board like wasn't popping up, and it was because like the Chrome extension like wasn't allowing my camera to access and all the shit. So basically I had to do like IT, but it was definitely just AI. It was not speaking to like a real person, and I had a struggle. It took me a while, but eventually we guided each other. We helped each other into getting the media board opened, and then I now can play you guys some things. So let's just go through some of the sounds that I put on here randomly, because they are so random. And my goal is like to not use the ones that are super cliche, but also add other sounds as they pop up throughout the week, like funny viral moments, and then also play little clips from the shows and stuff, as well as play the parts live during the podcast. And yeah, I'm sure like things will be becoming iconic still as we're watching. So let's go through some things that I just decided to put on here for funsies, starting with no one else than Ariana Madix.
Fuck yourself with a fucking cheese grater. Fuck you. You fucking suck.
From the reunion. Also,
regret ever loving you.
I could so see myself using that.
Regret ever loving you.
I just know someone's going to turn their back on me. Someone I've been defending. Oh yes, if you're watching on the YouTube, you'll see I'm really getting my hair, like, it's been a journey, but my goal was to be Dorit-esque, that golden. I need like maybe some low lights now, but my hairstylist would kill me if you hear me say that, because I told him it was too dark before. So I'm just like rocking it now, but you can see I'm getting the waves down. I've learned to like do the sleeping braids, and I think it looks so cute and just different. I've never worn my hair wavy in the past. I've always been someone who was like straighten it, or wear it up, or put it in like a claw or a bun, or traditional like curling iron. So yeah, I'm loving my hair journey. It looks super cute. Also, again, it's a little bit later now. It's 10 p.m. on Tuesday instead of me recording this at 3 p.m. when I had that beautiful natural daylight on my skin. Now you can't even like see. I had to use my light. Yeah, a little bit different. The color's a little bit different right now. Anyways, so yeah, what else is on my soundboard? I also put,
I love that.
like, you have to have Lisa Barlow. Also,
No, I don't pop pills, bitch.
I don't know what I would use Lisa Barlow go.
No, I don't pop pills, bitch.
I don't pop pills, bitch. I don't know what I would use that for, but it just had to be on there. Oh, I had to find a gypsy clip, and it was really hard for me to choose, but
Can't bring me down. I'm on a high right now. I'm living my best life, and y'all can't take that from me.
that was from when Gypsy was on the Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast with Amanda Hirsch, when she famously said D is fire, and she was like, the D is fire, or she was like quoting herself. But anyways, she's like, y'all can't take me down right now. I'm on a high, and you can't take that from me. And the D is fire.
Can't bring me down. I'm on a high right now. I'm living my best life, and y'all can't take that from me.
More Lisa Barlow.
I'm shaking. I'm physically shaking.
Kathy Hilton is a sneak one. Like, I was not expecting to want to put Kathy on the board, but here we are.
And then saying that you've been bullied, you are the biggest bully in Hollywood, and everyone knows it.
I need to trim that down to you're the biggest bully and take the first part out, but so good. A little
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
classic. This is a little cliche.
Mention it all. Mention it all.
Again, a little cliche.
So be cool. Don't be all, like, uncool.
A little niche.
I need to start drinking alcohol. Give me one of those bottles.
That was Bethany after she told Luann about the text and everything with Tom. And she's laying in the bed shaking, and she's like, I need alcohol. She's like, give me one of those bottles.
I need to start drinking alcohol. Give me one of those bottles.
I need to start drinking alcohol. It's a good one.
Mommy, can we go on our plane again? And I'm like, baby, there's no plane.
Baby, there's no plane. That's also viral.
You guys, seriously, what about me?
I'm sure there'll be moments for all of those. If not in today's episode, in the future, but I would really like to get used to doing that and using those. And again, not the most flattering angle of me up my chin tonight, but again, I did not want to do my whole like setup with my table and everything because I was debating even skipping this. But no, we got to talk about Vanderpump Villa, you guys. Let's get into it, okay? So season 2 premiered. I don't know if you guys all watched season 1, but there were some returning people. We had people returning. Gabriella, Andre, who I'm pretty sure is actually, I might have mutual friends with in Chicago. He's from Chicago. Grace, the little housekeeper. Then we have Marciano and Hannah, of course, the Jax and Stassi of Vanderpump Villa. And they really are. Marciano is my fucking type. And I hate to say that. Everyone's like, he's a Jax 2.0. I'm like, yeah, I'm over here like, yeah, I know. I love him. I love him so much. And the drama with the Mormon wives, like, we will get into it, but love him. Okay, then we had also returning Hannah, like kind of indifferent to Hannah. She was, okay this season. Okay, also returning. I think that's everyone that was actually. Oh yeah, and then Chef Anthony, of course, who returned. So at the end of last season, season 10 or season 1, sorry, episode 10, Lisa gave a seasonal bonus to Chef Anthony for being MVP of the season or whatever. And nobody knew she was going to do that. She didn't say she was going to do that. It was a total shock to everybody at the end of the season. And it was amazing. It was a great twist. Now, this season, she comes in and like the whole structure is different. You can tell Hulu came in and was like, okay, bitch, like we are basically going to be really pouring money into our reality TV genre on Hulu, which they have the Kardashians, they have Vanderpump Villa, they're doing Stassi's show, they have Mormon Wives, they have all these shows that they're kind of trying to create their own little Bravo over there, this is not my own individual thought. I actually got that from Dylan Hafer. He brought that up on his podcast, Mention It All. So he was talking about how he kind of thinks the same way, like Netflix, Hulu, like they want to all have what Bravo has. And I agree. Bravo is fucking sick. I mean, there's this whole ecosystem built around it. All these podcasts, all these content creators, like there's a whole world just around this. Bachelor Nation is another example. TV, like there is definitely Teen Mom, huge lore fan base. I would love for there to be a little bit more cohesive stuff going on over at MTV, but unfortunately, that's just not how it is. So with season 2 now, with the seasonal bonus. So this time Lisa comes in season 2. They're like, okay, we're going to throw some more money into this. Bring Stassi in. We're going to get a bunch of new staff. You're going to double your staff. We're going to get a huge, double the size castle in Italy instead of in France. And we're like going all in and we're going to put a lot of money behind this. So you better make it good. I think they should have they're not going to cross over with Bravo that much. They're just not with current Bravo people, but everybody's fired now, so everyone should be fair game. They should have Tom Sandoval in their bartending next season. It's $1 million idea. Okay, so we have Lisa giving out this bonus, $30,000, and she says it in the first episode. She's like, "Okay, everyone, welcome to the new castle. This is what's up this season. Couple changes. Change number 1." We have Stassi that's going to be here the entire time with her family. She's going to be my eyes and ears. They actually didn't kill us with Stassi. They didn't even give her to us that much. But every time she was on screen, she was awful. So I feel great about that. I'm not a Stassi fan. Just so everybody knows, I kind of like loved her coming on and showing her ass. So she is there the whole time. Change number 2, Lisa's giving out a bonus. MVP this year gets $30,000. So fight for it, kick each other out for it. You want to try to, throw each other under the bus, basically, to be like, that way, if Lisa thinks it's kind of like Below Deck, or what are some other examples of stuff where like people can be fake, like The Bachelor, how like a girl can be a villain. And then when she's with the guy, like the guy has no idea and they're like super sweet. It's kind of like that where they like expose people. So the first people get fired too. Like Lisa's in there firing people left and right, which is kind of also Below Deck-ish, where they're just like, okay, you're gone, pack your bags. So Lisa's in there cutting throats, taking names, kicking asses. So it's a little bit like amped up this season. Now when Stassi comes in with her family, so cute. There's one little sweet scene where Lisa's grandson, Pandora's son, Teddy, and Hartford, who is Stassi's daughter, have a little tea party, like adorable. And I'm so like glad to see Stassi's kids growing up in like kind of being in that world and keeping like a little bit of that legacy going. I think Lisa being her little nanny Pinky, like I think she would be an amazing grandma. Like, of course, how could she not be? Like, she would want to spoil her grandkids. They're going to have whatever they need in life. I mean, not that Jason and Pandora couldn't do that on their own anyway, but like, remember when Jason cheated on Pandora? No, didn't they like bury that? LVP is kind of like Kris Jenner, where like they can just like get stuff buried. So yeah, I'm a Lisa Vanderpump apologist. Also, by the way, just so everybody knows, I understand she's problematic, but I don't care. Kind of like Miss Pat from Southern Charm. I don't care. I love them. It's just, I've really learned like you have to just, if something sparks joy for you, don't let other people like yuck your yum. She's really not hurting anybody, you guys. She's not. Okay. Anyways, so now we're in the castle. We have this new cast. We have new cast that came in. Now we have Hagen, who's the ginger evil twink everyone keeps seeing. Now he's not really that evil. He's actually like a Pooh Bear, and everybody really likes him in the castle. And he doesn't have any love interests, and he doesn't win the bonus, and he kind of just floats in the middle while he's there. But he seems generally liked by everybody, and I liked him. I think he was like had a lot of cute one-liners, and I want to see more of him in the future. I hope he comes comes back next season. And then we have Sam, who's a new bartender, who's hot, straight, like total normal guy, but like, okay, seems like he might be like a little bit like toxic, like MAGA secretly or something. Like he's got to have something wrong with him. He can't be that perfect, but he is a Pooh Bear, and he makes out with Alyssa a little bit, and they have a little bit of drama because when the Mormon wives come in, Layla makes out with Sam, and Alyssa cries, and it's not great. But damn, when Layla goes to make out with Sam, she literally straddles him, like puts her drink down. Because, oh yeah, I forgot, Layla drinks. Layla drinks and Jesse drinks. So everyone thought, oh, only Jesse drinks. No, Layla was up in there sipping too. Now, the drama is, let's just get into it right off the bat. The drama is when the Mormon wives came in, that there was immediate chemistry with Marciano and these girls. And I don't know if Marciano knew Sheena prior to him going into the castle, or if he met Sheena after season 1 and after he was famous. I don't know. Unclear how they were connected, and they are connected. But they're friends, and Brock knows, they all know each other. And of course, all roads lead back to Shishu. But there was a picture that got posted of Jesse, Mormon wives, that Jesse hair extensions. She is married. Of course, they're all married, pretty much. And she posted a picture of her with Marciano and Sheena, everybody hanging out in LA like sometime last summer, post Vanderpump Villa filming. Okay. Nobody really knew anything. People can be friends. It seems normal. But now this is kind of giving me Raquel, Rachel, Ariana, Tom, Scandival vibes, basically, because Jesse's married. And if Sheena is aware that Jesse did indeed cheat on her husband with Marciano and is continuing to be friends, keep it a secret, whatever, it just shows that Sheena's up to her old shenanigans, literally. Because what's going on here with this mess? Now they're all commenting on each other's posts. Marciano posted a video of him saying, uninvited to the function being this Hulu Gets Real press party about all of the Hulu reality shows. Had the Kardashians there, it had the Mormon wives there, and everybody from Vanderpump Villa except for Marciano. He got disinvited because apparently something went down when the cameras were down. Now, in Vanderpump Villa, they all live there, whatever, sleep there. But when they're off the clock, they all get to party and like mingle with the guests, and they do drink and they do make out and they do, whatever. And the cameras do go down at night. It's not like Summer House where there's these 24-hour Nest cams. Like things go down. People take their mics off at night. And then the next day when they all come to breakfast, it does give some vibes of like, hey, like what happened off camera last night, we don't talk about. I'll give another example of this too in a minute. But something I think happened, and I don't think it was Demi, but I think Demi, Jesse, Layla, I think they all, and Michaela was also there, but I just know Michaela's ass went to bed. So it was probably Demi staying up late with Jesse, and Jen Affleck was also there too, but she also went to bed. I think that they were both pregnant. I think Michaela and Jen were both pregnant, but they hadn't revealed it yet. So they probably went to bed both. And then Jesse, Demi stayed up, hanging out with Marciano. Maybe the other people stayed up too. But the next day, Marciano's like in love, talking in his confessionals to the producers about how he has this connection with Demi. He now has like had his faith restored in love, and he's going to find like a woman just like her and marry her, all this stuff. So clearly there was a connection there, but I think that was like a red herring. And I think that the secret thing really that went on is that Jessie had her eyes on him. And maybe like this was also kind of like bluff and cover up like a real affair that was going down. Either way, Demi apparently told Hulu producers that Marciano knew she was married and that he was unwanted touching, which there are a couple of times that he was kind of kissing her head and like grabbing the back of her head, like smelling her hair kind of. Yeah, that is weird. So I can see like there's just a bunch of smoke and fire and smoke and mirrors and all kinds of stuff going on from this. But Jessie keeps saying in her comments that the whole truth will be revealed, and the reunion is May 8th. So I will be fucking seated. So that's the Mormon wives drama that happened there. Now, another example of kind of this stuff going on with off camera that I'm talking about is there's a guy named Aiden who is a new guy in the castle. He was not there this last season. He is bisexual. He's right away in the beginning talking like, hey, down for if I meet a guy, down for if I meet a girl, let's do this. And he's got a very interesting personality. I think he was like kind of cool, but I see how he would get very annoying, and he does not work very hard, which, as we know from Below Deck too, like the lazy ones always get cut first. So he was just not like, pulling his own weight, and he was kind of just joking around, because the first guests are Cara Maria from the challenge and Polly. Now, I'm not familiar with them because I'm not a challenge lore girly. Of course, I know Johnny Bananas, Wes, like all like the main players, Corey, all these people. But Cara Maria, I do recognize her, but Polly, I didn't know so much about him. Apparently, they've been in an on and off relationship, and Polly came out as bisexual in 2021 or 2023 or in the last 5 years. But they're together, and Cara must know this. And I don't know if they have an open relationship or what the deal is, but they never really discussed it on camera. But it was very clear that Aiden and Polly were flirting with each other right in front of Cara, and Cara was like calling it out and stuff, but she didn't seem mad. She would just be like, "Oh, I'm jealous, hee hee," or whatever. But then all of a sudden, the next morning at breakfast, like there's just an error in the castle of like, they're talking again about connection, deep connection. I think they're staying up till like 5 a.m. All these, people, you know how it is on vacation, especially when you meet somebody in a different country, you're seeing up till the sunrise. So I think that all of these experiences are just going on there, but we're not seeing them because they're not being filmed. And then we are getting their like basically walk of shame / they pack to leave the next day, and there's all this like closure to kind of what goes on. Everyone's saying goodbye, hugging, all this stuff. I mean, there's even like another, so insane, there's another group of girls that come in, and this girl Faith, who's like an influencer from LA, she also like falls in love with it's gotta be Sam too, who also made out with Layla. Like they just like fall so deeply in love, and they're like running like she like gets out of the van to like run back to him and like give him like one last hug goodbye. So cheesy. So yeah, anyways, Marciano and Hannah, they end up getting fired from the castle like halfway through this season because they are just consistently involved in the drama, and Marciano is definitely like thirsty for camera time constantly. Same with Hannah, and it just gets old, and Lisa fires them for just basically being like involved in the drama. So they had to go. I think it was good to like mix up the dynamic and like let the other people shine. Plus, there were enough other toxic couples going on because we also had 2 new people, Ciati and Sienna, and they definitely are the Ronnie and Sammy of Jersey Shore version of this Italian castle. Like every single night they're fighting. The first fight was very like, remember when Sammy's like when Ronnie's making fun of Sammy's toe, and she's like, "No, don't make fun of me. Like that's personal to me. Like that's my big toe." The first night, Sienna drinks, and she says, I think like she can only drink, her body only tolerates like tequila or something, and they drank something else that night. I don't remember, and she got sick. Now, this is their like first night there, and she's kind of like, been talking to Ciati, and they kind of have decided that they're going to be together or whatever. Like they've kind of like started shacking up already like the first day, which happens, on these shows. But they don't know each other. They literally just met each other. And she goes and she does not say she's going to be sick. She literally disappears. She goes. She Irish goodbyes. And like after a half an hour, 45 minutes, he's like, okay, where did Sienna go? And he goes and finds her in the bathroom throwing up. And she's mad at him, immediately starts a fight with him. And he's like, fuck you, Bubba, you didn't come check on me earlier, all this stuff. It's just giving like total, like the only word is toxic, just toxic sludge. Goes on for the entire season, like literally the entire season. So spoiler alert, Sienna ends up ruining the entire experience for herself and not winning any money and having no shot at leaving on a good note. Ciati, same thing. Everybody's so annoyed with him. So this is another weird thing about Ciati. When he interviewed for his position, and this is all on film, and they flashed back, and they showed the receipts, they rolled the tape. He interviewed with Lisa with an English accent. This guy does not have an English accent. This guy is literally from California, I think, or something like somewhere in America. So they roll the tape of him with the accent, and Lisa's like, okay, I'm gonna call him out. She's like, okay, where did your accent go? Like, this is like low-key kind of weird, and he's like, oh, I just like I lived in England for a certain amount of years and I lived in America, so like I switched back and forth. And so Lisa's like, okay, I'm not gonna think that much of it. But as the season goes on, like it is clear that this guy is weird, maybe playing a role. And it would remind me of, I haven't talked about this show very much, but if you guys watch the show Got to Get Out, there is a guy named Doodles. Oh, Doodles. Actually, a name. Doodles made up this entire persona. Like, he plays a character. And this guy kind of makes me think of that. Like, is Siati just playing a random character he made up? Like, who is Siati? And everybody keeps saying that. They're like, who is this fucking guy? Like, who is Siati? So his drama with Sienna is next level. I hated it all. The fake accent, we do not know. Jessie, Mormon wives Jessie, did say all the truth will come out at the reunion. So again, May 8th. And then they left this season on a cliffhanger, on a to be continued. That says to be continued, ... at the reunion. So it seems like we're going to get answers to all of this stuff, also including the Lexi and Tyler. The last frame of the whole season is Lexi and Tyler, again, two toxic newbies. Lexi comes to us from Hawaii. She's a super hot bartender. She covered in tattoos, amazing body, you know, anybody would be lucky. She right away is just like one to watch. She's got this laugh on her too, and she's just like, yeah, like a little, it's kind of a lot at first, but I like love her and hate her. So she's attracted to Tyler, who is a guy that reminds me of oh my god, I thought of this earlier, like who he looked like. Okay, in Emily in Paris, this is like random deep cut. In Emily in Paris, Ashley Park, who plays Emily in Paris' best friend, she has a band, and her bandmate that she has a fling with, that's who this guy looks like, Tyler. I swear it could be the guy that plays him. Anyways, they have a whole relationship. It's really toxic. Also, they're constantly fighting because they make out with each other, you know, with guests. They each make out with guests. So first Tyler makes out with a guest, and then Lexi makes out with a guest, and that guest just happens to be Stassi's sister, who's also bisexual, who's going to be on Stassi's new show, the one about her and her gang, Stassi and the Gang, on Hulu. I don't even know the name of it. So they kind of like tease us showing the drama and like how crazy Stassi's sister is. So kind of interesting. The Stassi drama did not even like start there. So this bitch is crazy. She is there. She's trying to learn Italian because Beau has Italian citizenship. And then their kids also, I think, automatically get it because their dad has it and maybe was born there. I think Beau was maybe born in Italy. And then he has a sister that was born there that appears on the show also. And her name is Georgia. And Stassi's sister's name is Georgie. I think that's just so crazy how there's like little synchronicities like that in the world. Kind of a sign. But Georgia's cool. Beau's sister, she's cool. She's very Italian. And she's like no drama, whatever. But they found each other like late in life, probably like 23andMe, not even kidding. And Beau got George's name tattooed on his arm. And Stassi has her dark passenger come out, start bitching everybody at the table about how he doesn't have Stassi's name tattooed, which is very Jax coded. Like Jax did that. Like it would almost be weird if Beau did that. Everyone would be like, yeah, Jax did that first. So I don't know what the fuck Stassi is talking about. This is exactly why I hate her. But I like kind of love to hate her. I love to like, she's my little punching bag because she is so annoying and she is so basic to me. Like she just truly is. I've never liked her. Check the fucking receipts. But anyways, she starts showing her ass about that, fighting with Beau, fighting with the sister, making this huge scene in front of everybody. And then she also decides to fight and also say something to Beau about like, I make you feel safe. Well, I can make you feel unsafe. And she blames it on drinking too many Aperol spritzes. It just truly seems like nothing's really changed with her, which is kind of shocking because you would think it's been like how many years? She's a mom now. Not that you, like Amanda Hirsch says, you can be a mom and you can still be a dumb bitch. Like you don't, just because you have children does not all of a sudden you're not. She's still Stassi. So yeah, she has all these meltdowns. Her friends come in. The sister comes in. So we'll see more of them with Taylor Strecker and the wife, Taylor, all on Stassi's new show. I think what other drama if they had any with Beau? I don't really think so, but I'm wondering if they're going to be coming back next season or if this is just to launch Stassi's new show. Like I said, Hulu's putting a lot of money and effort into like creating this universe over there. So yeah, I think I talked about pretty much everybody. There was also a couple new cooks. Ashley was one. She was also really funny, good comic relief, didn't really get into any drama. She is a queer hottie. I loved her. She's super funny, from Atlanta. And then Dominic, who is a apparently short king who drinks too much, which again, we did not see this because I think off camera at night is when he would like turn his dark passenger on, because we never really saw it. Like, but everyone would talk about how drunk he would get. So yeah, Dominic, he's also a chef. He'll definitely be back next season. He has like that, you could tell like some people have that like fire. Like he works his ass off. Same with Chef Anthony. They all be, you know, working their asses off for Lisa, which I don't blame them. It is like a whole opportunity of a lifetime. She has Tahoe, she has Vegas, she has LA, doing castles. She's killing it. International. So yeah, did I talk about everybody? I think so. Bridget was the sous chef in the beginning that got fired. That okay, just to spill a little bit of tea about that. My friend actually, I think, was in the running and got very far in the interview process to become the chef for Vanderpump Villa. And then she ended up not being able to get cleared or get like a work visa because she had probation or like had just gotten off probation. So yeah, I think Bridget came in last minute and she got fired immediately. She couldn't even turn the oven on. And yeah, I mean, there was a lot of drama. I'm excited to see what happens with Marciano and Hannah next. I can't imagine they will be back next season, but like potentially, I don't know. Maybe they'll be on the new Vanderpump Rules. I would love that. All these people live in LA. Gabriella, on top of winning the $30,000 bonus, she got offered a full-time job with Lisa Vanderpump, which could potentially mean if there's no more, Vanderpump Villa, maybe she will live in LA, work for her Lisa there. Grace, same thing, housekeeper. She won $15,000 bonus. I could see her also working at SIR. And yeah, we'll see what else goes on. Let me see what other little things I have going on my notes. I think that's pretty much it. Okay, yeah, I will let you go. Yeah, I talked about Andre. Oh, Andre and Gabriella, they had that little fling. It seemed very showmancy. I feel like that was just kind of like fake. I feel like I just like forgot to talk about something. Were there any other like crazy guests that came in? No. I think that was it. It's like a good binge, and I'm glad they just like let us watch all of it at the same time. And yeah, pretty much that's it. I mean, Tom Sandoval, did I talk about him going on Johnny Bananas podcast and him basically talking about how Lala and Sheena off camera are always like hitting him up, texting him, inviting him to things, whatever, supporting him. And then when people are like, oh yeah, have you talked to Sandoval lately? They're always like, no, don't know him. Sandoval who? And so he's calling their asses out for that, which I think is so good because they are annoying with that. Like even Lala was chirping back at her haters in the Amazon live comments that she does because they were telling her that she doesn't stick up for Ariana and she's not like a girl's girl. And she was like, oh, fucking get over it. Like, I think that everyone just pretty much in that group sucks and they're not going to change. They want us to accept them for who they are. And it's like, okay, fine. They're going to shove Lala and Sheena to us on the valley down our throats. I'm going to just do my best to see. Maybe they'll fucking bring it. Maybe Jesse will make them look absolutely ridiculous, which I would love to death because you guys, Brittany's not coming off that great either, to be honest. Like, I know that Jax is worse, but it's like the lesser of two evils, in my opinion. Jax finding the photos of her sending her boobs. I hate the word boobs. Julian on the iPad. I mean, just all of it is bad. All of it is bad. So, okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. I will leave you guys with that. Go watch Vanderpump Villa. I mean, I'm sure if you listen to this, you got tons of spoilers, but if you wanted to listen to this first and you want to go back and watch, I hope you still enjoy it and let me know what you think. Leave a comment, let me know. Make sure you support the show, share, leave a review. And I love you all for being here. Ciao, Bellas.